This has been bothering me for a while, and I'm going to be careful on how I phrase it because it's not just about others, but also me. One of the things I've noticed is, or triggers me potentially, is when I see someone I already know and they're not who they say they are or an expert as they claim to be. And not all, there's one or two people I know that I've dealt with and they put it out there. For example, someone I do that did real estate investing with, or was more of a passive investment, and they still put stuff out there claiming to be experts or help people make money when they didn't even make me any money. In fact, barely gave me back my original amount. And here they are putting content on LinkedIn, etc., say they're talking about how this is good or this strategy is good, so on and so forth. And that really, I wanted to go and post in their essentially content saying, what the heck are you talking about? You can't even deliver for the people you already know, and you're putting it out there that you're this expert or this alternative investment. Same thing I've seen or talked to people with content out there being experts. And that's where I try to be careful, because any of the stuff I share, I try to be careful, but I don't do a good job all the time making or being specific, like, hey, look, this is what I learned and I'm still learning. It's not something I have an expertise in, because what I've learned through many things I have dealt with, things that has helped me, I've noticed that there's up and downs. There's never this like something and now you're really good at it in every instance. I've learned there's no such thing like that. It's always a journey. Something you are get really good at. So most of the time you're good, but there are times when you dip. I would go with my health regimen. I think I'm better than most 99.99% or more of the people I meet on my regimen, what I do health wise, the I have, the I follow. But at the same time, there are occasions I'll fall off the wagon. So how can I claim to be this expert and talk to people, right? As if they should follow their regimen or it's easy to do anything. That's where I come from. And it always surprises me when I see people claim to teach things or be an expert in things, which puts me in the cautious mode, careful on who you listen to, careful on who you think is an expert without verification and without good background checks and all that. So, for example, I've learned enough times now after losing money and some essentially almost scams that no matter how things look upfront and even some verification, you yourself do, unless you have some kind of third party verification, don't completely trust it unless it's in your control. If you're doing an investment or going through some health regimen that you can test it out yourself and you can do it yourself and thereby verify the authenticity of what's being told, then don't do it. Right? Investment wise, health wise, you have to do it to understand. Except if you haven't done it, then you're trying to spread that thing out to others without proving it to yourself. Then you're being that false guru. But other than that, what I've learned is always don't care what you're talking about unless I see in action, unless I get it verified by a third party, some third party that I can trust or completely independent. Their sources, someone out there I met who does financial investigations for fairly cost effective. If you're doing an investor, maybe use someone like that to verify the person is who they say they are, and they are authentic and they are very reliable, will not get you out of the money. Same thing with coaching. People who coach out there, too many coaches out there, life coaching, so on and so forth. Many people out there. I've seen even meditation coaches. I don't even know why meditation coaches exist. Sure, if you're like a monk, a true monk or a yogi, I can understand that. Maybe they're teaching, but those people are very strict very hard to follow. But most of others, meditation is more of a long-term habit than short-term. Somebody can teach you like that, how to meditate really well. It takes time. I don't care what type of meditation it is. It takes time, unless you're using something artificial to induce meditation or something like that. Maybe there will be application with AI to get you into that deep meditation, like ayahuasca or shrooms, psychedelics, which can get you into that high level meditation. Evidently, I haven't tried it. I thought of trying it. I didn't try it. But anyway, the point is what I've learned, and I also encourage people to be cautious. Even me, if I share something, make sure you verify, right? Test it out, maybe find other sources. I would never rely on one person. So too many social media out there, everybody can put stuff out there and claim to be gurus and experts. Everybody, many times I see the same content being shared by multiple people, just putting it out there saying it's a great content. I'm not saying it's not great content, but sometimes it come across as, okay, are you truly that expert? Are you truly teaching that? Some people just want to share content and be helpful, which is different. I'm not talking about those. But if you are claiming to be an expert and be able to coach people or help people invest, or I don't know, whatever other thing you're saying you're an expert at, to teach people, asking them to come to you or saying that they can help you, that's when I would be cautious. There are plenty of people who share content information. Like I say, share a lot of content. I'm not trying to coach anybody. Maybe they'll happen in the future. Maybe I will. There are things I'm working on that sometimes I get asked by people to coach. I just don't find myself at a coach level, in the sense I feel like I'm on the journey myself, but then I feel like I'm on the never-ending journey. So I play the infinite game. So perhaps I can help people maybe in that way. But hey, what I do is how I help people in my world is by sharing stuff like this out there to everybody in the YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever, to maybe open somebody's eyes. So with that being said, careful on who you listen to and follow without verification, without looking at multiple sources. It doesn't matter what field it is. If the person is not well known, has an established proof of success, everybody knows, like, I don't know, Tony Robbins, for example. You don't have to freaking question Tony Robbins. He has that history. So something like that, somebody like that, then obviously they have an established track record. Yes, listen to them. But when somebody never heard of and not successful, or you don't see the success, or you don't know their success, or you can't find valid proof of their success, that's when you would want to be careful. Not that they might not be good or telling you the right stuff. Trust verify kind of deal on the social media. Just don't fall for that stuff. So, especially of the investing side. Coaching and all, it's fine, maybe it doesn't work out, so you stop listening to them. That's fine. But the investing world, a lot of stuff going on, crypto world or forex, real estate, whatever. That's where I'm going to say, hey, careful on who you're listening to and who you're following. If they're giving you good advice, but essentially what they've read or listened to, they're just giving out what they learned, great, that's fine. But if they're asking you to do something with them, that's when you got to be careful on how valid they are, what's their background, how much are they actually knowledgeable or experts or have a track history of success in doing in whatever they're saying. Hope that helps somebody to be more on the lookout, not go in a hurry, do something just because they kind of learn something through social media and following somebody and then trusting them because it seemed legitimate without you verifying actual legitimacy. Hope that helps.